What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. We did some good shows yesterday. I had to take a break because I'm like, oh my god, I did 5 episodes. We recorded some videos. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Recorded some videos as well, and I said, oh my gosh, we really got to take a break. So yesterday we took a break. And I was sitting at home and I was able to catch up on my reading because we've been doing a lot of videos. So I'm currently reading Growing Up Urkel by Jalen White. And when I tell you this book is so good, I call myself because I literally was sitting in the living room, sitting on the couch, and I was reading. And it was so comfortable, so quiet. And I was just sitting reading. And before I know it, I'm literally on page, what page am I on this book? I'm literally on page 110, and I just got, have you just read a good book? You just get lost in the story, and I was just sitting there and just reading because I love to read, but I've been doing the show full time, so I've been like, where's the schedule and stuff like that. But of course, I had interviewed my former roommate. I was able to apologize to him. People was able to send them cash apps as well, and I appreciate that. And that was just a good show. Then we also had then we also, who else did we have? We also had Theo. He came on the show as well. So again, I was tired, and I was like, let me get some sleep. And so I was like, let me go ahead and get some sleep, get some rest, because I know I have to be back doing an episode. Now, I was not planning on doing a 4-hour show. When I got up, I was like, chat, listen, 4 hours, that episode was 4 hours. It could have went even longer. We did a 4-hour show because we did the interview, and then before you know it, it just went on to a 4-hour show. Now, he just dropped some tea in that interview, too, because he was like, Storm wanted the video of me running around with no clothes on. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. Why would he want that particular video for it? Now, mind you, I didn't even know that he requested that video. I'm like, what? He requested that video of me with no clothes on? I'm like, what straight man? I was asking one of my straight friends, I was like, would you ever request a video of me with no clothes on? It was like, no, okay? No, I would not request a video of you with no clothes on for 4 hours. Like, no, I just would not request that because I'm straight. And so that just would make people question what he are, because he do these things like, oh my gosh, I would love to see it. I'm like, oh, what? Like, what you would love to see it? Like, huh? And he just how I've always been concerned about it. And I reached out to him. I was like, hey bro, call me, we could just do a show, whatever the case may be, because you literally threw dirt on my name and just literally tried to say that I was going to be in prison, and even really was telling the roommate, telling Mr. Gill, hey, send me the video. I'm like, what? Like, what straight man do you know that want to see a video of another man with no clothes on? You ain't straight. Maybe at best you bi, but you can't say that you straight. Ain't no way in the world. I was sleeping on it and I woke up out of my sleep. I'm like, did he really request to see me with no clothes on? I need y'all to like the button. That's 28 of y'all in here to get us to the algorithm where more people watch this video. We need you to hit that like button. We need you to hit that like button. And actually, let me see if I can go live on TikTok Live. Let me see if I can go live on TikTok Live. I haven't went live on TikTok Live in forever. Let's see if we go live on TikTok Live. This will be my second time going live on TikTok. What's up, TikTok Live? So we live on YouTube and we live on TikTok Live, okay? But mind you guys, I was literally looking on the news and it was a plane. How many people saw that plane that I don't think it completely went down, but I'm hearing that some people had lost their life on the plane. And so it's a lot of stuff going on. You even got the situation that's going on with the TSA. That's going on as well, where people on the TSA, long lines is not being funded, but the Republicans, they tried to come up with a deal, and Trump said no. He wants the SAVE Act to be passed first in order to have a deal for TSA. He want that to be bundled in. So he wants that to be bundled in. So a lot of people have been going to visit. A lot of people have been going to literally to the airport and been missing their flight because it's like 5 hours away. And so when I traveled to Chicago, I didn't have that issue because I believe the TSA was funded. I just found out that they are on a temporary shutdown where they don't have any coins or any money and stuff like that. So of course, I immediately was like, "Oh my God, this is not good for the culture." That people going to the airport and to find out that now they have to wait in these long lines. Even the line would be outside. So I'm like, this is terrible. So you mean to tell me if your flight is at 6 a.m., you literally need to be in the line at 1 a.m. just to get a spot? Okay. Yeah, so it was like it was a plane that was flying, and I guess they hit a fire truck. They were talking about it. It was the Canada Air, and I saw that, and I was saying like, wait a minute, are we really having these planes and in this situation where it's gonna go down? Like it's just like terrible. They said, what plane? Oh Lord, I'm so afraid. They said, I'm so afraid for my husband who is flying almost every weekend into June for work. Yeah, you definitely got to be cautious when you take these planes because, again, it's very terrible that a lot of people get on these planes and you don't know if it's going to land or not land. But that's why it's very important to make sure you take your put on your seatbelt and you pray, get the oil. I know what I do when I get on the plane. I know what I do. I immediately get I immediately pray and I listen to gospel on the plane. Uh, uh, I literally listen to the gospel on the plane, and that's exactly what I do. Give me 1 second. I listen to the gospel on the plane, and then when I get in the air, I listen to hey, hello. I listen to gospel on the plane, and then when we in the air, then I probably listen to some R&B or something like that because you just never know. Because I used to be so afraid when the plane go up, when it go up in the air. Now I'm kind of used to it because I've been on the plane for so long. But then when that turbulence happened, I'd be like, oh my God. I remember one time I was on the plane. I think I was in Vegas, leaving Vegas. Anyway, it was two sisters sitting by me in the plane or whatever. So I literally grabbed one of the women because I was afraid because the plane was like, I guess it was the wind, the turbulence and stuff like that. And I was like, oh. I'll just grab somebody. I'm like, what? I'm like, you ain't, because I'm like, it's like turbulence. So I'm just grabbing on a random woman. Now, I would like to get on a plane and like take an edible and like go to sleep and take an edible. So again, it's just like really something. They said like someone did a video on the airport at 67 and nobody was there hardly. Okay, but it depends upon what airport you go to. They said all Trump is concerned about is a personal gain and revenge. He wants, yeah, and again, I voted for Trump. I voted really. Everybody asked me, well, why did you vote for Trump? I voted for him because the number one was the immigration to deport because I felt like it's unfair for people to come in this country illegally, and I voted for that mass deportation. That's what I voted for. Because I saw how the migrants going to Chicago, and that Chicagoans had to pay the price. The taxpayer had to pay the price for people that's not even a citizen. Even in Chicago, there is a sister that was pow-powed in Chicago. She went to Loyola University, and she was out hanging out with her friends, minding her business, wasn't bothering nobody. And a gentleman who is an illegal alien pull out his powder, and they're saying she wasn't even the intended target. So it's a lot of crime that's going on, even on the east side. I believe the police, or was it ICE, did a mass takedown on the east side of the South Shore area, because a lot of Venezuelans, they would stay in the South Shore area. They would stay in these predominantly black neighborhoods, and these were these gangs that was in the neighborhood and stuff like that. So of course, Trump was taking them down. But when people ask me the question of why did I vote for Trump, and I give you my answer, that was my answer. Do I regret? Yes. Number one, the economy. I feel like how he's handling the economy is just very, very terrible. Prices of gas is up. We at war with Iran. They didn't. It was a deal that was signed with Saudi Arabia that in order to buy oil, you have to use American dollars. That deal have ended. They did not renew that deal. So now we're dealing with, we'll just take the oil or stuff like that. That's the strategy that they use with Iran. And Iran is not playing no games. They are fighting back and stuff like that. So, of course, we're dealing with a terrible situation when it comes to stuff like that. So, again, now our loved ones that's in the military is fighting a war. And I think it's an unnecessary war, because Trump said he will not do any wars, and he did. He's doing a war with Iran and stuff like that. So it's just a lot that is going on in here. They said allegedly Obama was able to deport more people than Trump has, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Yeah, that's true. Obama did deport more people. They said, let's be honest, most blacks that voted for Trump did feel proximity to it. Well, that's them. I didn't feel that way. I voted for Trump because of the whole deportation, and I felt that Trump would have did a better job. And then I liked the whole thing with no tax on tips. And then when that finally came out, it's like a cap on no tax on tips. So just in case if you get like $80,000 in tips, it'll still be taxes. It's only a certain amount that can't be taxed. It's like a cap. So it's really like, it's not what you think. It's not exactly what it says. No tax on tips. Because when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. So if you get any tips, you won't have to pay no taxes on it at all. But when you did the research of the bill and do the research of it, it's a certain amount. It's like a cap. So if you're the type of person that's always getting a lot of money on your tips and stuff like that, it's only a certain amount that won't be taxed. So you got to be very cautious. But yeah, I literally voted for Trump for that reason. And I didn't vote for Trump because I wanted to be white, because I know I'm a proud black man. I love being black. I love being with my community. But I voted for him for that reason. And then also, too, it also leads to be able to have competition for the black vote. I don't think black people should just be dependent upon one party. I think that it should be some competition. And the Democrats have been on a good job offering services and resources for black people better than the Republicans. But all Democrats are not good, because when you go to Chicago, and I was recently in Chicago for my grandmother's funeral, and we was on the South Side. We was on the South Side, and I seen so many abandoned buildings. Like, what in the world's going on? Where's the investment on the South Side? It's like, it was like it looked worse than when I was a kid going to Perkins Bass Elementary School. The area looked worse. And mind you, I was there in Perkins Bass Elementary School. That's the elementary school that I went to. And it was like all these abandoned places. Even when I went to like Fernwood Elementary School, where I attended, and I went in the area and I saw like an abandoned church that I used to go for my program. And I'm like, wow, this church is abandoned. What happened? And I remember when the church was in existence, we would go there for our program, and we would be there. And then when I went to go visit like years ago, just to show my audience, I was like, man, it's abandoned. So a lot of times, and that was on 100 and something. So like that is even got abandoned. But I just think a lot of parts of Chicago have gotten forgotten about, and it's run by Democrats. They said Donald Trump definitely increased my stock accounts that last term. But this term, not so much. I still will never vote for him. Let's go away. Well, I know you weren't thinking clearly at the time. Yeah, and so now that he's in office, I'm like, oh my God, this is really, really terrible. And I hope that Democrats do a good job having a good candidate. I don't think they should have a woman running. Number one, I don't think America is ready for a woman to be president. I don't think so, especially not a black woman. We're just not ready as a country. We're not even ready for a white woman to run to be president. I think they need to, they could elect, even nominate a black man or a white man. But I don't think that in this country, we're ready for a woman to be president. And so, because this country is still very much sexist. So I don't think that a woman would make it as being to be elected. Because again, they will say, "Oh, what about you being a mother or something like that?" I don't necessarily say it. I did see it as a vice president, and maybe it will happen one day when the president is no longer with us, and then it's a female VP. Maybe that can actually make America get used to seeing it. Because I think once a woman get in office, and then and then the president were to pass away in office, and then a woman is sworn into office, then I think that would be like the only way to see that a president. That's the only way I could see of America being used of seeing like a woman in office. That's how I could see America being used to, is to be like, okay, we kind of used to it. We see her do policies, and I kind of like what she do. They say I tipped the person serving me to show appreciation for their customer service and attentiveness. I never put money in tip jar. Okay. And so we're about to lose democracy. I don't think people realize how much that is being put in place to get rid of fair elections. Yeah, I agree. And I think like that law that they're passing to use your to just because they want citizens to vote. And my thing is, citizens do vote. Citizens are the only people that can vote, and they're making it difficult even to get. They want you to use your real ID, which is a good thing. But and then they would some of your birth certificate, passport. So they're trying to make it challenging for you to register. But anyway, black people have been going through poll tax and been going through a lot of stuff and still made it through. So I just think like they just need to educate the electorate and say, hey, this is what you need to do to vote, so you won't miss out on the election. They say, I agree, we are ready for us to be elected anytime we wouldn't vote in a white woman. Yeah, and I just think like once I believe they should be a vice president. I agree with that. And I also believe like if the president if they pass away in office and a woman is sworn in, that's the only reason I can see that actually happening. Honestly, they said democracy died last November when the American Heritage Foundation, as KKK and Project 20 got put into motion. And I agree. And I also agree that a lot of people we necessarily did not pay attention to Project 2025. I know I wasn't thinking clearly at that time, but I do remember like Trump did not write it. It was the American Heritage Foundation that wrote the plan, but he's putting the plan into place about something like that. And what they consider what women position to be in the plan is quite disturbing. Very quite disturbing. Very quite disturbing. So all that's been going on. So let me tell y'all. So I was over there on Tasha K. Do y'all know who Tasha K is? Tasha K is a YouTuber on YouTube, and she have been doing it for a while now. But she's been dealing with a quite of not that much support, and now she's demanding that her audience donate to her platform and give money to her platform and that contribute to her platform. So on her new YouTube channel, We was over there. We commented over there. And she was like, oh, we don't want no mental health patients over there. And I'm like, but Tasha, you have mental problems and you take medicine and that you was into therapy. And one of her moderators had removed me from the chat. And I was like, it's cool because I can always go on my show and talk. But apparently a lot of people have been putting Tasha K name in the title because Tasha K said, hey, I'm going to send out copyright strikes for playing my content of the members in my on my app for posting that Zoom. Now, what she should have did, she set her audience up for failure. First of all, if you know you have a good job, a good federal job, and why would you put your real name on Zoom? That doesn't make any sense. You should have used an alias. And then also, Tasha should have informed her audience, say, hey, before you get on the Zoom, make sure you're not showing your real name. But she literally have to work so hard. Like, she was on that Zoom for hours. And so they posted it on there. And then someone sent me the Zoom. And I politely declined to post the Zoom. As I said, I don't have permission to post the Zoom. And I don't like posting people videos on the app. Now, I was one of the first ones when she had the app to watch the interview, take notes, and review it on my show. And that's exactly what I did. But now she just have this terrible situation. She said, you might show up to my event. I said, no, I would never show up to your event because I don't go. To me, she's not funny. She tried to be this comedian, this type of comedian. To me, she's just not funny to me. So I will not pay money to go see her. And then she said, people want the audience. But let's be clear. Didn't Tasha K was the same woman that befriended Lovely T, befriended Daytime Tea Time to get their audience? I think people need to fail to realize how she built her platform. She literally befriended them to get her platform up. And then she see a blueprint of the Armon Wiggins show. And we're going to get into that. Put a pin on that because we're going to dive into that. But she befriended these big content creators that was bigger than her. And literally, what did she do? She exposed them. What she did to Lovely T was very demonic. It was evil. Lovely T was crying. Oh, all this stuff was going on. I got to take my son to soccer practice. And Tasha K recorded it. Not only did she record it, she also posted it publicly because she really was trying to crack the code and to get her audience. So then she was like talking. Then she bringing up situation with her son, and she bringing her son up, and she said, you know, my son speak 5 languages. Until I hear that boy speak in Spanish, French, English, Congo language, I'm not going to believe it because she lies so much. And then she make it seem like my son is such a genius. He builds stuff from scratch. Until I see him with them Legos, building a city from scratch, I'm just not going to believe that he's a genius. Then she did all of this and said, well, my son can't read. She definitely got up on there and said all that, saying, okay, why are you bringing your son up anyway? You know you're not that likable, and you literally bring your son up and then say, oh my gosh, he's just so confused, he can't read. But you just told us that he's so smart, that he's such a genius, he's such an architect, and then she said, but he can't read. See, she lies so much, and then the truth come out and stuff like that. I just don't understand. Thank y'all for coming a member. And I'm just listening to this and minding my own business, and I'm seeing this, and then you seeing her doing interviews, then you seeing her doing radio. She wasn't thinking about doing radio until she saw Armon Wiggins on radio. Because she was always saying on her show, I don't do no radio. I don't want people to take my IP. I'm okay. I'm Tasha K. I built stuff from the ground up. I do all this, and you ain't going to take all this. And I'm like, but now you seeing her doing radio interview. Do you hear me? So you know, you're just hearing all of this type of stuff, and I'm like, oh, I thought you said you don't want to do radio. I thought you said radio is not for you, but yet you're doing radio because you see Armon Wiggins, the blueprint You see him doing radio, so now you're trying to get on a radio show. Then she posted on the show and just brought up her husband, saying that she liked this person. Oh, he's so attractive in front of her husband. This is what she was sharing on the live. Now, mind you, she shared on this live saying, this would be my lifestyle channel. This would be my lifestyle channel. But then she started talking about how she disrespect her husband by talking about other people. Then she talked about how her friends tell all their business and that she don't share her business. But you were the same woman that brought up your own business on the internet. I will never forget it. And this is so embarrassing for Tasha K, when she offered her husband some yoni and her husband said no and declined it publicly. And so she posts a lot of this stuff on the internet. I'll also never forget when she had her daughter on the show and she said, oh, hey, do you want to see some Christmas carols? Do you want to help put up the tree? And she was like, you just doing this for YouTube. We don't put up no tree. We don't do no crystal carols. Like, she always presents this idea. And then her daughter was always the true bearer of the truth. And what did she do? She never brought her daughter back on the show because her daughter was speaking truth to power. And then they were saying how her daughter was getting addressed in school when she was in school and stuff like that. And it would bring up stuff about her mom because of the things that Tasha K would do on the internet. And she never went to bring it. She never went to bring it on the internet again because her daughter was getting a mistreatment from some of her fellow classmates because of Tasha K. Because what Tasha K was doing on the internet. Now, when I'm listening to Tasha K and I'm seeing all this type of stuff, mind you, she always say, I don't block people. I don't block people on my show. Well, I am a living witness of that. She do block people. She instructed her moderator. Now, this one particular moderator, she was over here in our Zoom meetings. This woman was eating burgers, baby back ribs, French fries, a lot of it, right? And she would send our Zoom meetings to Tasha K. And then Tasha K will come to our Zoom meeting and then on her name, it will be saying Tasha K. And I'm like, what are you doing over here at our Zoom meeting? And this is when we would do Zooms on members only. We're going to start up our Zooms next month. So make sure y'all get y'all memberships. We're going to start it up next month. But she would literally take our Zoom meetings and she would send it to Tasha K. And I told her, I said, you're nothing but an op. And she was breathing heavy. I'm not an op eating chicken wings, baby back ribs. I'm not. I said, ma'am, you got to go because you're sending Tasha K what we talk about on our show. You got to get up out of here because you are op. Now, she looking okay now because her husband didn't want to sleep with her. She would talk about her husband, how her husband didn't want to sleep with her, how her husband was saying that she gained all his weight. And I told her, I said, how about you just get on some type of Ozempic? And then you know what that woman did? She pushed the play back and got on some Ozempic. Now she looked pretty decent. So I'm like, when you see all this type of stuff, and mind you, we were doing our Zooms or whatever, and stuff like that. And we will continue to talk about Tasha K app because y'all like to talk about Tasha K app. Y'all like some of the stuff on there. And mind you, some of the stuff I do like. So we reviewed Michelle ATL and Brown video, the interview, and that video did 4,000 hits. 4,000 hits. The replay, I think, did about 2,000. So altogether did about 6,000. Those are decent, good numbers. So the Wiley show could be better. But Tasha K was like, oh, I sent Wiley a camera. Yes, you did. But it took you cut the communication out with your husband because you wanted me to diss Armon Wiggins. It just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. And I said, I don't need you. Now, one of my supporters are taking your mentorship. And they said, Wiley, I'm going to see what you talk about. I'm going to send you all the information so you can help you with your plan. I'm going to see if she's going to give you the right tea. But, and I said, well, how much is the mentorship? She said it's going to be about $1,200. I was like, baby, you'll come out better. Just send me the $1,200 so I can help with the equipment and stuff like that, help promote the show. You ain't necessarily got to take it, but they want to do it. They want to take it. They want to do all that type of stuff. I was like, well, go ahead on. But the mentorship is $1,200. Then she have a one-on-one mentorship, one-on-one. She said that's going to be about $10,000. So then I'm like, okay. So I went over there I went over there to what is this woman name? Oh my gosh, I gotta give her name because I went over to her channel. What is her name? I went over to her channel. I think that was yesterday. I was over to her channel. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? I was over there. Well, I forgot the lady name. But anyway, she was giving Tasha K some advice, and Tasha K took that advice, and now she's trying to implement it. But me personally, this is me. This is what I'm saying. She should have been did a $10,000 one-on-one mentorship when she was super, super hot. Then she said, I don't care if you use my videos and you talk about me. Well, when Armon Wiggins was talking about her, I'm going to go back. Give me a second. Armon Wiggins was talking about her, right? Y'all remember. She did a video with Milagro Grams. And so his name was brought up. So Armon was reviewing the interview. Tell me why that on Armand's video, it did 175,000 clicks, and Tasha K interview with Milagro Grant on her YouTube, Tasha K interview only did 50,000 views. So Tasha K got upset. Now, mind you, the video been up, let's just say, for about 3 or 4 days. It was like 175,000 views. So then Tasha K got up on her platform and said, hey, if you don't take down my video, we're going to send you a copyright strike. If you don't take down my video, you're going to get this massive copyright strike. So Armand took it down. But she said, I don't mind when people cover my videos. But Armon Wiggins covered the video, and what did she do? She threatened him with a copyright strike. Do y'all remember that? And so I was over there watching and observing and seeing what was being posted. I said, this just definitely don't make no sense. Like, she don't keep her word, and she lies so much. And mind you, for me personally, you don't have to take her course for $1,200. I can teach you how to get monetized. That's easy. And this is whoever course to do a course. Now, if Armon Wiggins do a course, I'll take his course. But I want someone to tell us the truth. Don't be giving us, excuse my language, no bull crap. Give us the truth. Give us the real deal. Give us real strategy. And sometimes these courses, these people don't give you real strategy. They just give you a bunch of BS. Bunch of stuff that you could have put in ChatGPT and gotten. But Armand has been giving me good strategy. And so, but Tasha K, you said $1,200. Sure. But people, if you got the money, if you think that she's going to give you the right thing to do it, do it. But if you're not going to be consistent, you might as well not take the course. I remember I had paid, I've charged $100, and I was helping people get monetized. And then this one person, I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it. Then another person, she just wanted me on the phone so she can kiki about her boyfriend, and she wants to know it's her boyfriend with men. And I'm like, I thought you wanted to grow your YouTube channel. Why are we talking about your man? Anyway, with them people, they wasn't that consistent. So just because you take a course don't necessarily mean that you're going to grow on YouTube. And let me just tell you this for free. It's just best, if my humble opinion, if you're a live streamer, I'm going to just say this for free. If you're a live streamer, get you a camera, start you up a StreamYard or a site that you can live stream. Look what all these YouTuber channels is talking about, and then put your spin on it and you talk about it, especially if you want to get in the celebrity gossip, and you be consistent and you will grow. Okay? I'm reading your post. And they said Storm was charged, of course, 500 some years ago, like he was about to pass, or the lack of knowledge just gave him, and he didn't do it. It was a sister that reached out to me. She said, "Wiley, I paid Storm a lot of money, and I'm not growing. He's not telling. He's like everything that he's sharing, like is BS." I'm like, no, because he didn't give you the Tasha K package. The Tasha K package was she sat him down, she taught him how to edit, she painted his wall, she hooked up his camera, she hooked up his lights. I said, is he telling you the equipment that you need? She said, no. Well, it's not worth it paying him no $400 or $500, no $600, and he ain't tell you the real tea. It is what it is. Don't do no course if you ain't gonna tell them the real tea. And Tasha K damn sure ain't gonna tell you how to be great on there and you surpass her. Let's go back really quickly. So Tasha K, let's go back really quickly. She flew in Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe would not have a career if it wasn't for Armon Wiggins dragging Tasha K. Tasha K looked for Storm, taught Storm how to defend her, and Storm was weak. He wasn't strong. He not from the streets. Armon came back, and this is where the gay rumors came from. See, people don't want to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. This is where the gay rumors came from. Armon, okay, it was already out, but Armon Wiggins came out and trashed Storm Monroe and put the gay rumor on Storm and did it strong and said, what man named themselves Storm Monroe? Literally, he literally took that and it's stuck on Storm still to this day. And what Storm do, and it just doesn't make any better. Recently, not too long ago, he wanted my former roommate to send him a video of me with no clothes on. Now, I'm going to say this again, you guys. What straight man do you know that want to see you with no clothes on? What straight man? What straight man that literally said, "Oh, okay, I want to see why we're no," like that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And I told him, I was like, if you want to see that, send a cash app for $2,000, and I'll send you some videos. Okay. Like what straight man want to know that? Like he was so obsessed, and I'm like, and I was saying to myself, and I was saying to somebody, a YouTuber called me last night, and I said, I think Storm have a little crush on me because he's so concerned about me. So concerned about me. He had even interviewed my former, my boyfriend. Now, mind you, had interviewed him, and he was so concerned. He literally said to my former boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, he said, so how is Wiley meat? Do it curve? Like what? What straight man want to know do it curve? What straight man want to know do it curve? What straight man want to know do it curve? Excuse me? Is it lit? Is it girthy? Do it curve? Like what? What straight man? Y'all need to hear this. What straight man want to know, do it curve? Is it girthy? Like, I'm literally looking at when Storm asks a question, I'm like, why do you want to know? Why do you want to know, or why do you know all this gay lingo? Like, what's the deal is? And see, I'm going to question, and then for me, the reason why me and Storm, he was just so sneaky, right? So, I was in his chat, and then I noticed that I was blocked in the chat. Now, mind you, I was paying Storm $100 to come every Thursday to do Two Man and a Lady. So I would go on his channel. I would literally go on his channel and post in the comments, like, hey, no response. I'm like, okay. I said, I'm blocked. It's whatever. I never said anything. Until like one day he wanted to interview me. He wants to interview me. He brought me on the show. We interviewed. We talked or whatever. And then my people wanted to super chat him, but they put my name in the message. And they kept getting error message. So I was kind of like forced to say, hey, you know, you gotta be blocked. You gotta be blocked over there. And then Storm was like, LOL, you're not blocked. LOL, you're not blocked. LOL, you're not blocked. I don't have you blocked. I promise you. Then he came on the show. He hit the link. He said, you not blocked. I got your name blocked. Dude, you have me blocked. Now, what person you know will have a person name blocked and we cool? I'm paying you to be on 2 Man Delay. We don't have no beef with that be blocked. And then I said, it's simple. The reason why he didn't want me in the chat, because you can grow this way. A lot of creators don't like this. And this is why I pull back and you got to be strong and confident in your skin. Because I don't like when I go on people's chat. Everybody want to say hey to you. Hey, Wiley. Hey, Wiley, how you doing? Hey, Wiley, I love your show. Because other creators get jealous and they'll remove you. That's the same thing with Tasha K. I'll go in the chat. Hey, Wiley, I love your video. You funny. You should be on Tasha K show. And before you know it, you'll get blocked. Now, on Armon's show, I'm glad that those people don't know me. I can just be over there as a supporter, as a fan, and post in the chat. I don't have these problems. And I don't even be thirsty enough because I don't want to be blamed. Oh, Wiley thirsty, always going on Armon Wiggins show. I go on when it makes sense for me to go on. Then I go on, I do it. Number one, I'm going to have a haircut. Number two, I have my points card because this is a platform that is bigger than my platform. But other creators, I go in their chat, they'll get upset. Like, why you always talking about Wiley? Why you always? Because I'm like, because a lot of people know me. Even when I go into chats that I think that don't know me, they're posted like Nayla says. She was like, my mom like watch your show. My mom like watch your show because we very, very entertaining. And I know this. And we'll grow and stuff like that. And once we grow, then I'm going to do a course for $10,000. I'm going to do a course for $10,000. And I will tell you, if once I grow, whatever, whoever course I take, and if it helps, I'm going to be able to promote the course. And I'm going to be able to promote the course. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah. I was through at this course. I was at 31,000 subscribers. Now I'm at 95,000 subscribers, and this side the course actually worked. Okay, the course actually worked. Yeah, the course actually worked. So they said, "Why you look very healthy?" Like, also, thank you. And so so the thing about Tasha K, she got really, really jealous. She said he might try to show up to my event and bring something. And I'm like, I'm not showing up to your event. Why would you put that lie out like that? And then he might try to sue me. You're like, what? Lady, stop the cap. She was mad. Her moderator was mad. We was in the chat. The views was dropping, right? So I go in the chat. The views started going up. And then people started responding. Now, mind you, only thing I posted, she said, hey, I'm on this fast. I posted in the chat. I said, it's a real good thing to go on a fast. I went on the cleanse. The cleanse do work. It's really, really good. I didn't name no other content creator's name. I just was responding to what Tasha K was saying. So everybody in the chat said, Wiley in here. What's up, Wiley? We love you. You so great. We love you. You is such a good thing. And then the moderator that used to be over here, that used to be a member on this show, was being jealous. And she removed me, and I'm like, why? Like, what? Like, okay, I can't help with the people who know me. I can't help that. I can't help that the people in the chat know who I am. I can't help that. I can't help the people. I can't help the people that know me. I just can't help that they knew me. And what did she do? The moderator removed me. From the chat, and I was ready to do a live. I was ready to go off. I was gonna be cussing and stuff, but I took my medicine. I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I'm gonna take a break. I took a break, and I said, I'll be back. and address it. Number one, I just want Tasha to. I just want Tasha. Thank you for welcome to the channel. Make sure y'all share. This is why thumbs up matters. I just want Tasha to be honest. She got upset because them winos was showing me so much love. And she got upset about that. Because again, I've been on YouTube for a while. And then she kept saying, it's people that been on YouTube years don't have me. She was throwing out shots against me. They was talking about Armon Wiggins and all that type of stuff. Then she lied and said she sent Armon Wiggins a $3,000 light. Then people said she ain't talking about Armon, she's talking about Bondi because she was mad that Bondi went over there with Armon's show and she was talking all the people to help. First of all, Armon used to say this and people used to laugh. He used to say, no mentor. He didn't have a mentor. Armon did not have a mentor. Armon got what he got because he put in the work. He put in the work. He did his research. He stayed consistent. His audience reward him by showing up. He put in the work. He did not get mentored by no Tasha K. If you believe that, you believe in a lie. He did not go over there and get mentored by Tasha K. Now, what Tasha K liked to do, she liked to lie and say, oh yeah, I helped you get these subscribers. No, you didn't. Armon Wiggins helped himself by doing videos, by being consistent. Armon never, ever, ever met Tasha K. Now, Tasha K, when we were cool, she tried to meet Armon Wiggins. Armon was like, yeah, did you know that Tasha wanted to meet me and not you? And I'm like, oh, okay. And then Chelsea was upset because she's like, this is the former employee. She was like, no, that didn't happen. And I was like, it probably did happen. So I'm at work. I'm in the break room, about to start my shift. Tasha K and Chelsea call. They on a two-way. They literally, I'm on this three-way with them. And she was like, oh, no, I ain't wanted to be no Armon Wiggins. My husband will throw hands on him. And if Larry Reid said that, he's a whole lie. He's a whole lie. And I have to come for the past. And that's what I knew, like, Larry Reid time as being close to Tasha K was going to end. Because she was like upset. Then she was like, Chelsea, hold on, you still on the phone. So I guess they got gossip about me and stuff like that. And then she kept saying, Wiley, send me your birthday, send me your name to be to get a plane ticket. Never got a plane ticket. So one day, I had booked a flight to Atlanta to go to Monique's show. And I love anybody that know me, I love Monique. So I went there to go to Monique Comedy Show. This is still kind of the pandemic. We kind of out. They kind of having shows. So me and my moderator, I met up with her. We drove around. We get clothes or whatever to go to this event. But then I said, "Hey Tasha, I'm in here." And then this was Tasha K. Oh yes, hey yes, we could do a podcast. We could do this and stuff like that. And she sent me the address to her house, the house that she got for sale. She sent me that address. And so my mother, and I was like, can you take me? She was like, yeah, I can take you, but it'll be crunch time because we got to get to the show. So we can't be there all day. So Tasha K said, are you effing her? I was so embarrassed with what she said. And I was so offended. Like, what? Even if I was, why do you care? That doesn't make any sense. Are you effing? I don't have all these people in my house. I said, that's a lie. You have a lot. You have people with their crews in your house. You have all these people in your house. I'm just bringing one person. So then she called me and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a lift to her house and do the podcast. And then I'll meet you at Monique's show. So that situation happened. So then after that, she called me. She said, oh, Wiley, my son, he had an asthma attack. He's so sick. Oh, he had an asthma. So I just so happened to go on her Instagram, the son in the backyard playing, just having a good time. It wasn't even an asthma attack. She just lied on her son. She just lied on her son because she did not want to do the podcast with me. And I knew it. And that was like confirmation. That was like, oh, okay. All right. Really. Because like, just be honest. Just be honest. You know, I'm a big boy. I can take it. just be honest. I can take the honesty. I promise you, I can take the honesty. You don't have to sit here and lie. I can literally take that honesty, and I'll be like, okay, I understand. You think I'm not deserving to be on your platform? I'm ugly and all of that. I'll be like, okay, I'll be reading her down too. But if that's how you feel, just be honest, because it's showing in your behavior. And so when people would tell me that how she felt about me, two people told me. Armon told me, Storm told me, and somebody else told me. And I'm not gonna name their name. And I said, okay. But I said, regardless, it's showing in her behavior that she don't want to do this, but she just pretended. And she will only show up when I'm talking about Armon Wiggins or when I'm defending her. Now, one time we did a show to Larry Reid, and this is something to promote her. She loved this. So she was going out to Larry Reid, and I told Larry, I said, Larry, she is going to drag you. She's going to do it. She's going to interview that accuser. He didn't want to believe me. I said he's going to do it, and I'm going to have to pull back when she do it because I don't want people to think that I'm defending being around a person that violates children. So she did the video. The video came out. I withdrew my support on Patreon. I kept my distance for that because this was going on. Now, mind you, it was the accuser, and then it was the accuser, and then it was the accuser mom, Levantre mother said some stuff, and it was like literally a good interview. Like she went all out over it, and it was all on her app. So me and my team, we came together and we did thumbnails. This lady helped me with thumbnails. This lady helped me with titles and everything. So then Tasha K came on the show. Now, mind you, she said, I don't deal with Wiley. I'm done with Wiley. This was way before the Walmart situation. A couple of years before the Walmart situation. So she didn't end no friendship because of the Walmart situation. That was a lie. So we weren't talking for a while, but then she just happened to come in the chat and she came on the live and we talked or whatever. And she said, hey, Wiley, yeah, we did like a whole interview. With this whole thing of Larry Reid. Because mind you, we was on top of it. We covered that from A to Z. Now, speaking about the Larry Reid situation, Larry Reid is being sued by Bishop, Archbishop, did I say his name right? Bernard Jordan. So I saw William McCrae was live, and so I was in the chat or whatever, and I said the recording never came out. Now it seemed to me that William McCrae is on Bishop Jordan's side. That's what it seemed to me, and I'm like, how do we know that this was a recording? That's not the thing. If the recording was done illegally, I'm like, but what was on the recording? Because you only gonna sue if it's something embarrassing. And how do we know it's from Larry Reid? Talk back to me in the chat. How do we know it's from Larry Reid that recorded the recording and sent the recording out? Now, mind you, I kept reaching out to people and said, what's on the recording? What's on the recording? Because he said it could be a RICO. I said there is no criminal charges. And then they said, well, he was under. And this happened in Dubai. They're not the government, the prosecutors don't have no jurisdiction in Dubai. So you have to file a lawsuit in Dubai. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. And then Bishop Bernard Jordan was like, yeah, it happened in Dubai. Dubai is a two-party recorded stay and all this. I'm just listening to all this type of stuff. And I'm like, I don't know because I'm like, and I'm trying to find the recording. So if anybody got the recording, reach out to me at wileyshow@gmail.com because what was on the recording? And they doing all this talking. I'm like, play the recording. And then if it's something juicy, then I can say, oh, he probably mad. Somebody. Now, what I've heard, somebody said that he was flirting with a man. And that the man was going to give him a massage or something like that. Or a massage. But he was like, he was helping him with his cricket back or something. That's what I heard, allegedly. And I'm like, oh, okay. But in regardless of it, you could just hear the way that Bishop Bernard Jordan talked and be like, is he one of the girls? I'm just saying. You could just hear it. And then what straight man all he round is that type of spirit? Even Bishop, and he's in jail, he's in prison. Bishop Whitehead said, why is Bishop Bernard Jordan hanging around all these feminine gay men? I said, you hang around what you are. Because if I didn't know better, the way that uh Bishop Bernard Jordan be talking, it'd be like, oh, okay, is he one of the girls? This is the way he be talking. And then him and Larry be looking the same. They be both wearing the shades and stuff like that. But I don't think Larry Reid did anything wrong in this case. I personally don't think he did anything wrong. I believe that Bishop Bernard Jordan is upset that Larry Reid left him, that Larry Reid no longer sent $3 million over there. Like he said, in total, he has sent in tithes and offering close to $2 million, $2 to $3 million. And he wants the millions back. So now he's trying to put out this situation that Larry Reid did a recording and that it could be a RICO, it could be a charge. And he's suing this man for millions upon millions of dollars. I'm like, it's not going to go nowhere. And no charges have been brought up for a RICO. So you doing an interview with William McCray. It's no offense towards William McCray because William McCray, he was extorting pastors, allegedly. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying, allegedly. He had a website and one pastor sued him because he said, if you don't pay me the $10,000, I'm going to put this story out. And that pastor was like, no, I'm not giving you no money. And then so he sued him. And so at that time, Larry Reid mentee put out that he was going to find, he was going to help the pastor serve William McCray with a lawsuit. See, people forget these things. That man had a whole website where he was exposing preachers. Yeah, he had a whole website where he was exposing preachers. And then he was cool. William McCray was cool with King James, and King James and William McCray fell out and stuff like that, and all these type of situations. And then King James fell out with Larry Reid. They were all cool at one point. They fell out. Now you got a new person on the team called the St. James Show. He's new in the church sector and very highly intelligent in the church sector. I like to watch him. And Larry got mad at St. James because St. James had Bishop Bernard Jordan on the show, and Larry started talking about St. James. I'm like, look at this. So it's a lot of cuntiness, a lot of enviness, a lot of drama in that church sector. Baby, when you get into that church sector, it's a lot of mess. And so I go over there. I'm not team nothing. I just go over there and I support everybody. I go to St. James and hey, how you doing? Larry got me blocked, so I'm going Larry because I think Larry still got me blocked for the whole thing. I'm still trying to apologize to Larry because I'm like, okay, Larry, let's call a thing a thing. And we gonna get Larry. We gonna try to get Larry on the show because me and Larry go way back. But it was exposed that Larry Reid liked to do things with men because Vincent posted that they use Vaseline. Was it baby oil or Vaseline? Or was it Costco oil? But he posted out and said, we had very, very nasty. You can finish the rest. That's what Vincent said about Larry. But Vincent got mad at Larry for some other reason. She got mad at Larry about some stuff. And so he did like a whole broadcast to expose Larry Reid. Then he tried to do like regular church content. That's how it go. They said no, it was pink hair lotion. That's what it was. It was pink hair lotion. Yeah, these people be having me blocked, child. They be having me blocked. I be like, what? They be having me blocked. Now, the people that we cool with, we're going to name the people that we cool with or don't have any problems with. Let's name a list. Now, we can't name Larry. Armon Wiggins, Michelle ATLN Brown, Scotty by Nature TV, we cool. Who else are we cool with? House Aaron got me blocked. Nick at Night, we're cool with Nick at Night. Who else are we cool with? Nayla says we over there. We don't have a problem with Nayla says. So it's not like a lot of people, okay? So and then these new people that's out, shout out to All About the Tea. We're good, All About the Tea. But the house of Aaron, and see, this is the thing. I don't like talking about YouTubers and stuff. But the house of Aaron was doing an interview with Armon Wiggins. And this is what I was beefing with Armon Wiggins. And he went over there to the house of Aaron because everybody was talking about him being on Fox Soul. So House of Aaron, I said he's the House of Sleepy. He sounds sleepy. So he got offended and he blocked me. And I apologize. I shouldn't have said that or whatever the case may be. I was beefing with Armand at the time. And so I was like, it was a boring interview. And it was sleepy. It was like the House of Sleepy. And so he heard that and immediately, from my understanding, he blocked me. But now he's over there. He's working with Neighborhood Talk or whatever because the views have went down. I get it because the views have went down over here, so I understand it. But he wasn't making no money over there, so he went over there to Neighborhood Talk, and Neighborhood Talk had hired him to write or whatever the case may be. And I wanted to send him a thank you note, like a thank you, like not a thank you or congratulations, like hey, you working with my. Working over there with Kyle, congratulations. And I couldn't follow him on Instagram. Let me see if he unblocked me. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to just see if he unblocked me. Because I know we blocked from Tasha K. Oh, Jason Lee. Now, Jason Lee, he never unblocked us. Jason Lee never unblocked us. But he have us blocked. But we do follow him on Facebook. He don't have me blocked on Facebook. Because, that's some political stuff. And I be talking about political stuff. He liked me over there. But he didn't have me blocked on Facebook. He don't have me blocked on Facebook. I think he still got me blocked. Okay, yeah. No, he did not unblock after the promotion of the campaign. He did not block me over there. And we promoted him on his campaign and stuff like that. We still watch his political stuff. I still be defending him on the political tip or whatever. But Jason Lee or whatever the case may be, he still have me blocked or whatever. I never sent a message and asked him to unblock because I feel like this. If you have me blocked, if you want to have me blocked, go ahead. I thank you. I am a sweetheart. Like, just go ahead. Because that's not going to bother me or whatever the case may be. Because it doesn't bother me at all. Because, again, I post on my audience, you love me. And then I blocked a lot of people, too. I blocked so many people on Instagram. And if you want to get unblocked from my Instagram, just send me a message and I'll unblock you. If you do that. But if you do something bad, I have to block you again. Roland Martin have us blocked. Roland Martin, the journalist, have us blocked on X. I'm not blocked on YouTube. I'm not blocked on his Facebook page, but he did block me on X. He did. He unblocked me, and then I said something, and then he blocked me again. So that's just how that goes. See, he had me blocked. Yeah, he did. He blocked me, he unblocked me, and then he blocked me again. But Jason Lee's doing a good job in his run or whatever. He's doing a good job. But I think people that are around Jason Lee on the city council, they don't like what he says and does. Yeah. They said, what did I say? Well, I was just dragging him about what he was saying about the Democratic Party, and I was a MAGA. I was strong MAGA at that time, and he was upset. He didn't go back when he blocked me. He really that man blocked me. Yes, he did. So you can't leave that's your voice. So I can leave a voice on Instagram. We still follow Instagram. People just need to get to know you better and not wanting to troll. Yes, he did block me. He did block me or whatever. But these people got to be like, and Tasha K, she blocked me or whatever. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't, because people still send me what she posts in the app. People still send me what she posts on Instagram. People still send me what she posts on X or whatever the case may be. And X, I love X because even if you're blocked on X, you can literally post or you can literally see what they post. So that's what I like about X. But of course, they were saying, "Hey, Wiley, you're blocked on this." So I'm like, oh, "Okay, it is what it is. It's like it's not gonna make." And I think K Michelle got me blocked. But I do have people that follow me. I have celebrities that follow me. I'm not gonna say the celebrity name because y'all be trying to get me blocked from these celebrities. But there is some celebrities that do follow me on X, that do follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. They say a blacklist on that's their on social media. Yeah, I do have a burner account. I do, but I don't even pay attention of mine on having a burner account because I'm like even using my burner because I really don't care because people are gonna send me what they say. They're gonna go on my Instagram. They're gonna post what they say. They're gonna send it all to me. They're gonna share it to me. They definitely gonna do it. And so it's like it's no need for me to even use my burner account because every time somebody say something, they send it to me and I see it and I'm like, oh, okay, here you go. It is what it is. So it is what it is. So it's just like y'all send it to me and I respond to it. I said I first heard of you when you would troll creators chat and get on their nerves, but I started watching you and now I love you so Wiley, but you do be annoying the people. I'm always tell the truth. It's like I don't know, like these people can't handle. I just be talk like listen, these kinds. I don't talk about them anymore. I don't talk about a lot of creators like I used to. I calm down a lot. Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree in the chat? I calm down a lot. I calm down a lot. I do my uploads. I mind my business. I leave my uploads, and then I go and do my I do my uploads, and then I do my lives. So that's just how that goes. Oh, I think I have Sean David Way blocked. I think let's see. Hold on. Do I have Sean David Way blocked? Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I think I have him blocked. I think I blocked him because he was trying it. He was trying me. Let me see. I think I have him blocked. Oh, he probably have me blocked. Let me see. I think I have him blocked or he have me blocked. But I think I blocked him if I'm not mistaken. I think I blocked him. Okay. They said, yeah, you like the devil's advocate in their chat. I get it. You are speaking the truth as you see it, and I have no problem with that. So that's just the whole situation was going on with that. Like, I get it and I understand it. Like, people want to say some stuff about Wiley. People want to say something about that. It's okay. They said content creators are okay if you kiss their butt, but you don't. Yeah, like I really have to like you. I don't mind kissing butt if that makes sense. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, it's like it's nobody on these YouTube streets that I'm like, ew. I do my commentary. Whatever is public, I talk about it. And so I just don't mind kissing butt. That's because if I like you and love you, I love you, and you will know it. But I don't mind criticizing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I definitely love my favorite celebrity, and I've shared this. I love my favorite celebrity. Y'all know I love Armon Wiggins. Y'all already know that. That's number one channel because he's a good guy. He's a good content creator, and stuff like that. So, but I will talk about people that do not that out there to would talk about them. So yeah, let's see. Can we open up the phone lines? Paul, can we open up the phone lines? Let's see if we can get somebody on the chat here. 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462 if you want to call in. They said, remind me of a Gemini when it comes out. I like Gemini, so yes, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? But I get along with Geminis. So like, Paul, can you do that? They said Tasha K Maj should call in. Yeah, anybody want to call in? Let me know if y'all want to call in and give y'all point of view and call in. I got the number on the screen here. But again, like we were saying earlier, I think like when it comes to Tasha K and all these creators, I feel like she's really trying to get her money up. And I don't want innocent people to pay for a course. And when they pay for the course, they don't get their money's worth. I want you all to understand, I don't want you to pay for something like $1,200 is a lot of bread to pay for a course, and you take the course and you don't get nothing out of it because that's like a waste, and it also can be considered a scam. So I don't want people to pay for something And then when you pay for something, you don't get your money's worth. You don't get what you pay for, which is the knowledge to grow. So I don't know. So they said she ain't made another Storm World. So should people trust her? She have not made another Storm World. That is a good point. Even Armon said, if you made me, make another one. She only made one success story, Storm, and in that she flew Storm to where she was. She mentored Storm. So Storm can't say nothing critical about Tasha K. He can't. She bought and paid for him and built him and polished him up. She did. So everybody else can say something about Tasha, but not Storm, because she built Storm. She birthed Storm. She birthed him. So he can't say that. Everybody else can say their little 2 cents, but not Storm, because she bought him a bed. She bought him lights. She bought his mama a bed. She flew him out. She paid his rent for a year. She paid his car note. She paid his credit card bills. And this is when Tasha K was making buku money. And then he was like, oh, I don't want to do her dirty work no more. But you have to, because she paid. What do you think she was doing out of the goodness of her heart? Ain't nobody going to fly you out to their city, paint your walls, do all of this stuff. Like, it's just not going to happen. You got to do something for it. And he knew it, because I told Tasha, I said, you're not going to control my platform. And then then she was like, I was saying, like, you're not going to control my platform, and I will let you control it if you give me the Storm Monroe package. Give me the Storm Monroe package. And then Storm was like, you know what you got to do? Yeah. You got to do her dirty work, defend her, and all that good stuff. Even Bondi Blue did not want to do her dirty work. Because Bondi Blue was like, no. Bondi Blue was like, you transphobic. That's what Bondi Blue said. So, and she lost that because she wanted Bondi Blue to defend her, and Bondi Blue was like, oh no. But then Tasha was like, I gave you a $3,000 light. But just because you give somebody a $3,000 light doesn't mean they can't be critical of you. They said she's still talking about the camera she donated 2 years ago. Yeah, she's still talking about the camera, and we still got the camera. Do y'all want me to show y'all the camera? We got to get the equipment, the thing to set it up so we can start using it again. We still got that camera. But she donated it to me. Why would I return it? And I will never forget it, Chelsea, her former employee, she was like, what did she say? She said, you better send it back. I see the box. You send it back. I said, no refunds. Why would I send it back when you gave me this camera and you think I'm going to send it back to you? No. The answer to that is N-O. I said N-O. No, I'm not going to send it back. Because you gave me the camera because I was critical of the Armon Wiggins show. That's why you gave me the camera. Chelsea doing fine. She got her baby. She going to Disney World. She got her coffee shop. She got her beautiful husband. And she's beautiful. She doing all she got to do. Okay? Yeah, she don't work for her. But yeah, you real lame. You don't know nothing about that. That's what I said. Tune into the Wiley show. Tune into the Wiley show. You'll get it. You'll get it. And of course, I'm getting dragged. Let me show y'all why I'm getting dragged on YouTube. Let me show you. This is recent. This is a recent drag. Why I'm getting dragged on Facebook, Instagram, on TikTok. I'm getting dragged. And this is the video that I posted. And they're dragging me for filth. There's the video that I posted. And they're literally dragging me for filth on here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I'm literally getting dragged. And they're dragging me for filth. where we at? Let's do a little screen share, and I'm getting dragged. So let's see if I can pull it up. Oh, can y'all hear? Okay. Be mad. Now the thing about it is, the manager shouldn't be dropping nobody, because I'm still looking at the manager. What you know, her father was doing a little coco on the Lolo, then she had to save her father. Anyway, I don't understand it. Number one, you should not drop your client because she want to be over the MAGA. MAGA people got money, so Nicki Minaj probably gonna give a good coin from the Donald Trump MAGA people. They probably gonna pay millions and probably buy her albums just to prove a point. But you shouldn't drop Nicki Minaj. I don't like Nicki because how she did Lil Kim. She did Lil Kim wrong, and maybe this is her Lil Kim, you know, karma, and she loses some support. But getting dropped by a manager, don't the client is the reason why the manager are employed. And Nicki is still good because she still can sell records. She can announce a tour right now and people will go to it. I don't know if she could be like a arena tour like Cardi B or Lil Kim, but I guess it's a karma how she did Lil Kim. Team Lil Kim, you know, sorry for Nicki. Maybe Trump will help her. Nicki Minaj got dropped by her manager because she want to be MAGA. Now the thing about it is, the manager shouldn't be dropping nobody. So we put that video out and we're getting dragged. They're saying it is fake news. Clearly, you see that it was posted on the Jasmine brand, and folks are saying that is fake news. I only reposted it because a massive publication or huge publication, the Jasmine brand, posted it. So what I did a video and I responded to it. And of course, I'm getting dragged for making the video. Okay. So I posted it everywhere. I posted it on TikTok. I posted it on Instagram. How many views did it get on YouTube? It only got like 1,000 views on YouTube. Let me see on here. How many views did it get on Instagram? Let me see. Let me see how many views. On Instagram, it got 3,000 views on Instagram. On Facebook, let me see how many views it got on Facebook, because I posted it everywhere. On Facebook, oh, I don't show the views on Facebook. I guess they combine the views. So let's say 3,000 views on Facebook. And so that's how that goes. Okay. No, we're not sending the camera back. Why would I do that? That'd be crazy. It's mine. Okay, it's mine. But yeah, on Facebook we post everywhere. And you can follow me on Instagram at Wiley Show, TikTok at Wiley Show, Facebook the Wiley Show, and stuff like that. So that's what we put. That's what we put the videos at. And then also we did YouTube short. Now this other video that we did, I don't know if y'all seen it. We did that, and that video did 2,000 views, and it's a 10-minute video. This did better than my live video, so I'm doing both. I'm gonna do YouTube shorts. I mean YouTube, like shorter video uploads, and also I'm gonna do lives. And this is what the DL Whisperer, video did. How many views that DL Whisperer did? It did 2,000 hits. So let's play it real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's play this real quick. Let me say this real quick. And this was some good advice. Armon said, "Do this." I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start doing uploads. Let's play this. Blogs are talking. The internet is reacting. It is all centered around the DL Whisperer and T.S. Madison. The question is, did he cross the line violating the restraining order? Let's talk about it. So what's being reported, if you go back on February the 21st on Gay Magazine. They put breaking that DL Whisperer was arrested this morning approximately 10:22 a.m. in Central Standard Time, one count of felony aggravated stalking, according to arrest records obtained by Gay Magazine. Authorities confirmed that a warrant has been issued prior to his arrest. The arrest was carried out by Glenmore County Sheriff's Office. Details surrounding the circumstances that led to the warrant have not yet been fully disclosed. As of the publication, it remains unclear whether the DL Whisperer has secured legal representation or when he's expected to appear before a judge. The breaking development comes on the heels of Gay Magazine recent exclusive reporting that Gilbert County judge granted a temporary protective order to media personality T.S. Madison against DL Whisperer. And that covers court documents details allegations that led to the court to approve the temporary order pending a future hearing. Under Georgia law, aggravated stalking is not a minor allegation. It's a federal offense according to the OCGA 16-5-91B. A conviction carry a potential prison sentence of 1 to 10 years, along with a fine of $10,000. Aggravated stalking charges typically arise when someone is accused of engaging in stalking behavior and violating a court order, such as a temporary protective order. Stalking, defined under the 16-5-90, occur when a person follows places with surveillance or contacts another person at or about places or places without the consent of another person, purpose of harassing, intimidating the other person. If prosecutors pursue the case successfully and the conviction follow, the DL Whisperer could face some natural prison time. Since the outcomes will ultimately depend on the judicial discretion and the facts presented in court, any prior criminal history. While officials have not yet publicly confirmed whether the felony charge stems directly from alleged violation of a temporary protective order, including T.S. Madison, the time is impossible to ignore. What began as a legal dispute requiring court intervention is now escalated into a criminal matter carrying the possibility of a decade behind bars. Let me tell you this. This is in this order. It is no contact, no harassment, no indirect communication. So we was on Tasha K app on yesterday, and the DL Whisperer was on the phone with one of Tasha K employees. He was saying that T.S. Madison pretty much was saying that he violated the order before it was an order. He was saying that the area that he's in is racist. He was saying that they are bringing up old tea, trying to get him to be violated. Now, mind you, he did not have to do this behind bars because he could just annoy and just be around his business. But Tasha K is still bothering him and bringing him on her show on a secret recording. And then she's like, let's make sure he don't say no names, but we know who he talking about. It's the danger game. If you have an open case, it's best not to talk about it. When I had my open case concerning Walmart, I did not talk about it at all. I didn't talk about it on a jail call because when I was in court, they was getting people together on them jail calls. Yes, they was. It was a one person. He couldn't be around his wife, and he was still trying to contact her behind bars. You know what she did? She reported him to the prosecutor office, and they brought it up in court. So you can't bring it. Them jail calls can get you caught up. It really can. It get you caught up in a whole lot of situation when it happened. But this is interesting. This is actual harassment or somebody speaking their opinion online, because y'all know the line between free speech and harassment can get blurry, especially on social media. But this turns out to be repeated behavior when it starts to look like a pattern, and the court don't play about patterns. Let me say this: when you constantly doing a jail phone call, then they did another jail phone call that said that they were trying to encourage the DL Whisperer. He would say he's in a racist county. But again, I don't feel bad for him because all he had to do was show some type of sympathy, show some type of emotion, and try to gain sympathy from T.S. Madison. Say, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to say this about you, T.S. Madison. Would you please forgive me? And I'm so sorry. And I didn't do this. And all that time. He should have teared up. But because he didn't tear it up, he was up there talking about, what if they talk about me? And what if they say something about me? He wasn't really understanding that. And when you go to this and produce, I got to ask y'all, do you think this is a violation? Or is the internet just Doing too much like always. Drop it in the comments. I'm reading everything. So, because I'm trying to understand, to me, it seems that it's a violation. And T.S. Madison said she was going to subpoena the jail phone calls. She was going to subpoena the jail phone calls and bring it up in court that he is still mentioning her in the jail phone calls. Now, mind you, this is open case. He was saying that they was going to, at least his lawyer was saying he's going to have to sit in jail. He spent $10,000 for a lawyer. They say he's going to have to sit in jail for maybe for a year until he get up for a trial. He was also saying that, you know, he's on a strict diet, that he's not allowed to even get commissary. So it's really, really sad, and a really, really sad situation. The jail that I was in, it was pretty good because you was able to do commissary. If you had your own debit card, you were able to have a family member go and get the items and everything like that. So it was pretty good on that. And then someone was fortunate enough to put money on my books and stuff like that. But when you have an open case, it's best not to talk about it. Tasha K is not that great to go on her show, to say all this type of stuff, you know, to try to get an exclusive interview. This ain't the time. It'd be like, you know what, Tasha K, I just wanted to call to action. I'm just asking the winos to donate to my GoFundMe. I need help with legal expense. I need help with putting money on my books for food. I'm on a strict diet. I'm allergic to certain foods, so I need certain foods to be delivered to the jail. He shouldn't be saying that instead of mentioning T.S. Madison, because when you mention T.S. Madison, you get yourself caught up in a mess. T.S. Madison is not playing. She also put on her social media that she want to thank Tasha K for helping her get this legal win. So when you have this situation going on, and she says she want to thank Tasha K for having this legal win, T.S. Madison is not playing, and she have the resources to get a lawyer. She have the resources to reach out to the to the people. Then he accused T.S. Madison, this deal whisperer, I couldn't believe when he said it, that T.S. Madison got people that's working in the jail at the situation, and that's pretty much doing him some harm. So this is breaking news. Again, this was on Tasha K app, and she felt like, well, it's on my app, it's on a paywall. That is not going to stop people from getting that paywall information. Even when she was on talking to her winos over there on Zoom, they was using that paywall information and posted it on her social media and posted it literally on their YouTube channel. So just because it's behind a paywall doesn't necessarily mean that nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to describe it. They're still going to talk about it because, again, it is illegal to talk about somebody when you have a restraining order. You have to be very cautious of that because jail phone calls can also be public. And so it's not private. So it's best not to talk about it. It's best not to communicate and use Tasha K as a vehicle to still try to throw digs at T.S. Madison, because you still got an open restraining order. Not only did T.S. Madison got an open restraining order, Dominique as well, her business partner of the T.S. Madison Starting House. Now, this all was stemmed from, you know, where Tasha K literally posted a deep dive on saying that the T.S. Madison Starter Hall is a criminal enterprise. We did our research. We gave you all the facts that says it's not a criminal enterprise, that is no criminal behavior has been taking course, and no charges has been brought against T.S. Madison. But that video was shared on the DL Whisper. He shared it, and that was in clear violation because you can't communicate, not even in a third party. So you have to be very cautious when it comes to that. All right. If you are new here, make sure you are subscribed. If you are a producer, hit that like button and share this video because we call our subscribers producers. So that was that video. And again, some of his fans were responding to me. Again, I don't have DO Whisper information to put money on his books. Again, I'm not that invested in it. But one thing I can say, when I was on her app, she did interview the DO Whisperer, and he kept putting on, said, "Oh yeah, they said I violated. I didn't violate because the videos is old." And I'm like, "Why are you talking about this case?" See, Tasha is no friend to nobody, and if you are a smart DL Whisperer, you would use common sense to be like, okay, let me not talk about this case. Let me tell Tasha do an interview about celebrities. That is DL. You can talk about that, but don't talk about Tasha or the other lady, Dominique. You can't talk about either one of them because you're already in hot water. Now, I did a little research. I said this is in this county that is predominantly white, predominantly Republican. And also he posted on she posted it that he said that the Grand Wizard of the KKK lives in that area. So he said it's only a certain amount of black folks that actually live in that area. That's exactly what he said. A certain amount of black folks. So that was that short that we put out. Then it was another short that we put out. Let's go to this one. Again, we be on a when I say short upload, I'm gonna say upload. And I appreciate y'all that's been going on the uploads and stuff like that. But my fans, my producers, requested that we do live. So what we're gonna do both. We're gonna do lives and we're gonna do uploads. Do y'all agree? We're gonna do lives and we're gonna do uploads. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. So this is the Nicki Minaj one. Thanks Nicki Minaj for donating to her GoFundMe to pay the Cardi B judgment. I'm going to read this article on Complex. Tasha K started a GoFundMe earlier this month. According to this article, they said Tasha K have given Nicki Minaj a shout out for donating to her GoFundMe to pay Cardi B. During our March 20th live stream, Tasha K happily mentioned the rapper supporting her in her efforts to raise money to pay Cardi B the $4 million that she owes her. Shout out to the queen, Nicki Minaj, for giving me a generous donation on TikTok. Tasha K said around the 1 hour 19 mark on her live stream, "Thank you so much, queen." She popped to my TikTok live throwing money, just throwing money like I'm a stripper or something. Tasha continued on by discussing the 2022 lawsuit she lost to Cardi for defamation, which is the reason why she owes the rapper $4 million in damages and legal fees. "I had a 15-year plan. I plan to keep it," Tasha said, "but my freedom of speech is being impacted. I don't like that. I got a big mouth and I got to use it." Nicki was undoubtedly happy to contribute to Tasha's fundraise because she got her own issues with Cardi that stretched back to 2017. You can check the complete timeline here. Their beef has been hot at times, cold at times, and sometimes very, very nasty. Last September, soon after Cardi released Am I the Drama, the back and forth rekindled with some seriously high-style social media messages about each other's children. Earlier this month, Tasha launched her GoFundMe, asking fans for their support in helping her satisfy the judgment. For years, many of you have asked me to start a fundraiser to help me pay off the judgment against me. I've always refused because I believe it was my responsibility to handle it on my own. But after my conversation with you all, I'm finally listening, Tasha wrote on her GoFundMe page. Last February, Tasha and Cardi agreed to a bankruptcy settlement payment plan that said the media personality would pay the rapper nearly $1.2 million over the next 5 years in monthly installments under the Chapter 11 reorganization plan that was approved by a judge. Now, let me dive into this. This is extremely messy. Nicki Minaj can't stand Cardi B, number one, because Cardi B is very likable. Cardi B got Grammys. Cardi B is cool with Lil' Kim. She's cool with the OGs in the hip-hop community. And then Nicki feels some type of way because Cardi B did not bow down and kiss her behind. Now, this donating to Tasha K is just trying to make a response for Cardi, but at the end of the day, this is going to add more legal fees for Nicki Minaj, not for Nicki Minaj, for Tasha, because what she's going to do, Cardi's going to do is say, let me bring you back in court. Let me look at your finances. Let me drag you back into the you paying more legal fees because you're trying to get Nicki in this beef, and now you want to thank her to try to antagonize me. And she keeps saying, well, I need my freedom of speech. She want to go back and to lie on Cardi B again. She want to go back and to say derogatory stuff about Cardi that she did post it years ago. Cardi's no longer relevant. Nobody's checking for Cardi. That's a whole lie. Cardi B is on a tour, and it's a sold-out tour, and she's performing in front of millions of fans. So now this whole thing with Nicki up there, because Nicki is playing chess. She don't care because she ain't got no lawsuit with Cardi B. So what she do, she'll throw a little coins at Tasha K, have Tasha K to promote her, to say all this type of stuff, because you know Nicki Minaj was getting a lot of drag because she was over there with Trump. She was saying that over there with MAGA. She was saying let boys be boys. She was getting a lot of people to unsubscribe for her and unfollow her. They was throwing away her records. So she's doing this to say keep me relevant and with this beef with Cardi, because that keep her fan base engaged. Like, okay, yes, you going after Cardi. But let's say this. Cardi B still have this judgment against Tasha K. So she can always call back and say, hey, we need to look at her records again, her financial records. We need to do this. And all of that is a strategy for Tasha K to spend more money. If it was me, I wouldn't even continue to give Nicki a shout out, because it's going to add more problems with you, with Cardi in the long run. But you're giving her a shout out because you know that is what Nicki Minaj is doing this for, a shout out, to be on the broadcast, to go viral, to sell these type of things. So she could probably drop a record or drop a song or drop anything. Maybe it could be a clothing line. But regardless of that, Tasha K should leave Cardi B alone. Cardi don't bother nobody. What I love about Cardi, she was Stephon Diggs. She had a baby by him, even though he was a cheater. We know this, but she made a decision to have a baby by him, okay? She also loved her fans. She also could have dragged Nicki Minaj's sister as a mess, but she said maybe the girl need guidance. She handled it very well. But the only thing I don't like about Cardi, if anything, is how Cardi did the Armon Wiggins show. Like, she tried to drag him and mess and was being negative and saying different stuff. Then she was gossiping about him with Ken like Barbie and all that. That's the only thing I feel some away, because I'm like, Armon really loved this woman and he really showed her some love and he really was a friend of her, and she just like turned her back and got real nasty with him. But other than that, Cardi B is a good artist. She makes good music. I did not like her second album more than her first album. Her first album was just a classic. I love her first album. But when it comes to Tasha K, all she did was lied on Cardi and said some nasty derogatory things, and that's what got her caught up in a lawsuit. She had multiple chances to take down the video. She didn't do it. She said she'll wipe her behind with it. And so now she had this. So now she's trying to say, oh, Nicki Minaj did. But let's be clear, Tasha, because you a sharecropper blogger. Is Nicki Minaj going to go on your show when she released that album? See, she can do all this stuff, but is she going to sit down on your couch and do an exclusive interview? Because the last time Nicki Minaj was had her album come out, she did not go on Tasha K platform. She did not go on none of these YouTube platforms. And close as a blogger, she went on Kai Cenat, she went on Joe Budden, but she damn sure did not go on Tasha K platform. So you have to be careful where she'll use you just to go viral. She would use you for a click and a view. But when it's time for the real pie, I'm talking about the whole full course meal, she don't go on your show. And see, that's something that you need to look up for. But yes, donate to her platform. It's just a way to antagonize Cardi. And if I was Cardi, I wouldn't take the bait. I wouldn't take that bait. If I was her, I wouldn't do it. It's just a mess. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take that. Don't take the bait, because they're doing this for you to go viral and stuff like that. Just don't do it. Because when you do that, it's all going to end up with you looking like the problem here. Because when Tasha released a tweet, her tweet said, thank you to the Queen Nicki Minaj for the generous donation on TikTok today. God is good all the time. Now we're about to start some good old Pluggery Friday on YouTube. And so she just all doing that, trying to promote her brand. And this is something with Cardi B, all you got to do is keep your lawyers involved. Make sure she ain't do no bankruptcy fraud. Make sure she ain't do no tax fraud. Make sure she do all it. Just stay on top of her, because that's the only how you get to handle a person like Tasha K. Don't try to crash out, because that's not going to do anything but just send more people to view her show. Don't try to crash out. Don't try to cuss her out, because all what that do is help people that all what that do is just help people just go into her show and just to tune into her show. That's all what that does. So just don't fall for the okie doke Cardi, because that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to bait you to cuss her out so she can release all these videos that's not related to you, but just related to either uplifting Nicki or just a random topic, and then she get all that traffic to her platform because she still needs to talk about Cardi in a negative, derogatory way to pay off the debt. That's the sad part about it. Because people are not tuning into her just for regular commentary. They tuning in for some mess and some drama, and having this Nicki Minaj being like a cosign and throwing coins that way. That is a way. Okay. Oh, say so. Yeah, you over there in Tasha K corner. So then you get Cardi agitated because Nicki Minaj fans see, yeah, we donate to Tasha K. We love Tasha K. Tasha K didn't lie. She spoke the truth about Cardi B and all the things. And then when it does, it forced Cardi B hand to not look like she a pump and come out there and say all this type of stuff that I'm a cuss Tasha K out. We know all about Tasha K problems. So again, just don't fall for it. We've seen this played out before. This doesn't make any sense. If Tasha K had any sense, all she needs to do is fire her employees. I've said it before. I know it's going to be hard because, you had Jazz for years, but you paying unnecessary coins. And then people donated to her GoFundMe. They got like $11,000 that was raised. So we'll see how this is going to play out in the future. Again, Tasha K, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. This is some mess. It's some drama, but I'm here for it. Let me know in the chat, producers, whose side are you on? Do you feel like Tasha K is wrong? Do you feel like Cardi B is wrong? Do you feel like Nicki Minaj was wrong for sending out money? Let me know in the comments. Little black boy, you beautiful little black girl, you are enough. What time's got always remember to book out.
So that was that whole situation about Tasha K. So of course we reported on it because I see a lot of people may not go and view the uploads, and make sure y'all go and view the uploads. I don't like how YouTube changed. They changed it before. At first they put the live uploads on the same tab. Now people would just go on the uploads or they go on the live tab and they'll go on the upload. So that's just how that goes. But we thank y'all so very much for coming through. I think we got some more of these uploads that I want to share with y'all too. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let's go to this one.
Back with another.
Okay. Let's run this up.
Video of the Wiley show. This video is going to be quite interesting. Armon Wiggins exposed Tasha K and Nicki Minaj lies. Number one, he did a video about Tasha K, announced that Nicki Minaj gave a generous donation. And he was saying, how generous? Should it be like, I believe it's probably like $500, $400. But what I heard that Nicki Minaj only gave $3,000. That's not generous. That ain't nothing. Now, if Nicki Minaj would have gave $1 million or $2.5 million, or better yet, pay off their entire balance, then we could be like, oh my gosh, Nicki Minaj did that. Nicki Minaj paid off the debt. But this is the thing with Tasha K. She probably only got $50 in TikTok coins and probably got to pay a fee to TikTok. She did all that to go viral so people can go to her app, go to her YouTube channel. Then Armon said this. Now, he was like, she even charging people $250 and $500 a post or do a repost. Let me tell you by experience, Tasha K has shared me and them winos, maybe about 2 or 3 winos came over to the Wiley show. It did not lead to high subscriber account, high views, none of that. So why would I pay $250 to $500 for a share? I would literally invest that, post that on to promote on YouTube, because you can do Google ads, or to promote on Instagram, or to promote on Facebook and get the views. So people, don't fall for the okie doke. You send that money, only about 2 or 3 people going to be going to your page because she shared an interview, and it's no shade to the content creator. I'm not going to say the content creator name, but she shared this interview that she did. That content creator only got 2,000 views. Now, mind you, she shared it on a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. Armon said that most of them subscribers are dead. He's 1,000% correct. Tasha K viewership is the same viewership as Armon Wiggins, and Armon Wiggins only got 250,000 subscribers. He don't have 1 million, and his views in some cases is even higher or at the same level as Tasha K, and Tasha K got 1 million subscribers. So when you see that, you'll be like, oh, let me go get that $500. I know I'm going to go. You ain't going to grow that way. You better check with Chat GPT or take a course, be consistent, good titles, good thumbnails, but putting that into just sharing on Tasha K not going to be it. Even taking Tasha K course, at best, she could tell you what cameras to use. At best, she could tell you the lighting, and you could just look on her channel and see what she talk about and do similar content and just reword the titles and go that way. And that'll save you not to even do her course. At best, you could just look at the list of what camera to use, how to hook up the camera. If she teach you how to edit, it will be grateful. You don't learn how to edit if you don't know how to edit. But she don't know how to edit. So if Shaq is not in them courses, I don't need to take it. Now, she did do a Storm Monroe package. Now, in that Storm Monroe package, she flew him to Atlanta, Georgia, painted his walls, hooked up his equipment, shared his videos, told him to insult Armon Wiggins' father. That's what he did. And Storm was very consistent, post 20 videos a day, but he was flowing out, and Tasha K paid his rent, bought his mama a bed, did all of that. That's the Storm Monroe package. And she says she ain't doing that package no more for people. And I told Tasha, you want to control me? Give me the Storm Monroe package. And Storm was like, well, you know what you got to do for that package? Yeah, I bend over and do that for that package. For that package, absolutely. But Tasha K was like, I'm going to just send Wiley a camera and let him go ahead and see what he going to say because he going against our boss. So I'm going to just send him a camera, a petty camera. But then she said I was ugly. She said all these insulting terms, you know, because that's what Armon said. And I heard it not just from Armon. I heard it from Storm. I heard it from Chelsea, the former employee of Tasha K. I heard these things. And I already knew that she talked a bit that way because I remember when I reached out to her for an interview and she never came on. But soon when she was beefing with Armon, what platform did she go on? My platform, because at that time, we was critical of Armon Wiggins. We was. It was comedy / with a little jealousy, envy, and then it was just like, I've been doing it so long, I just continue to do it. I don't even think it was just jealousy or envy. It was just that I could just continue to do it because it was, in my mind, oh, this is good clicks and views, even though it wasn't enough clicks and views because I didn't get no check for no $5,000, $10,000. Okay, none of that. I didn't get no check for no $25,000, $30,000, $40,000. So when I went to jail, let me just tell you this, and we'll get back to Tasha K. So when I went to jail for 59 days in Las Vegas, I think it was like 50, let me just round it up to 60 days. I said, I'm not about to drag all these people. I'm going to just stay focused on my platform. I wrote out a list of what I'm going to talk about and all that type of things, and I asked them to forgive me and all of that, and we move forward. Now back to Tasha K. So if you are a content creator and you say, hey, I want to go and pay this money, don't do it. Speaking from experience, you will not get a return of your investment. Now, if she come on your show and do for 30 days and say, if you go live 3 days out of a week, I will come on your live for about 20 or 30 minutes. That'll be worth it for $250. For $500, I will come on your live for an hour for 3 days, 4 days out of a week. For $15,000, I will co-host your live for 2 hours. Now, doing that can help you grow because then she can share it. She's on the show. It will share like wildfire. You can ask all these juicy, messy questions. Then that would be worth it. I just gave Tasha K ideas. She gonna follow it anyway because these people be watching everything. So that's the key on that. But when it comes to Nicki Minaj, I don't think that Nicki Minaj gave her $1 million. I don't think she gave her $50,000. At best, probably $150. People said $3,000. I don't believe it was $3,000. I believe it was $150. And Tasha K took that and said, hey, let me go and make this whole video, this post, and just blast it to the world. It's not going to work. Even what Armon said in this video, and I agree. Wait till you get the balance paid off. Then brag and say, hey, Nicki Minaj was one of the genuine donors, and she was very a good advocate to pay off the debt. And also, Tasha K having some problems because one of her subscribers, they got doxxed because someone posted the Zoom call meeting that she did on TashaKLive.com. They had their full government name. They work for a government job, and they dox them at the job, report them at the government job they got. So they might lose their job, all because they was in a messy chat and her land on celebrities, and this government worker was on the Zoom call with her full government name. So you got to be careful on them Zoom. Everybody don't know how to change their name on Zoom. But before you even get into the room and tell you which name you want, you better make an alter ego name that had a picture, her video. It was her. It was her on the Zoom. And it's okay to do Zooms because it's not Tasha K fault. Because these YouTubers, they're thirsty for content. They said, we're going to use this. We're going to share it. And the person, that video that they did got about 40,000 views on their YouTube with the Zoom on it. I'm so glad nobody posted our Zoom because we had like G strings on the Zoom. It was a mess. We had some messy Zooms what we did for the members only. I'm so glad it wasn't shared. I'm glad. I'm glad nobody shared it. But Tasha K sent out a flag. Now she got to pay a lawyer, and then they got to fight it. Now she's going to take it to court because if YouTube reinstate the video, Tasha K will have to go and get a court order. In order for that to be taken down, that she would have to give a case of a court order, a takedown order from the courts in order for YouTube to not reinstate it. Because I had sent someone a copyright and they fought it, and YouTube was like, well, you have to go to court to prove that this is your content. And I was like, I'm not going to do all that. It's whatever. You know? So, yeah, that's like one of the strategies, because if they go through and try to fight it, then Tasha K will have to take it to court, and you had to get a court order and show it to and the court order will have to say that we agree this should be taken down. This is your intellectual property. And then you send it to YouTube Legal, and then YouTube Legal would take it down. That's how you're going to have to fight it, because you know how these people get. But this whole situation with the debt, I posted on Armon's video. I said it clear that maybe she needs to take out a loan with Nicki Minaj and pay Nicki Minaj in installment payments and put in there that I will defend you, I will post about you, I will uplift you, I will share you, I will tell people to buy your albums, I will be your mouthpiece, and make payments with Nicki. And it would be a better financial situation because you would be completely out of that bankruptcy with that particular creditor. Then your other creditors you can easily pay off, because the biggest creditor is Cardi B. And then you will have to worry about having Cardi looking at your finances, bringing you to court, bringing you to mediation, and be done with it. That's, to me, is a good strategy. And then doing that, Nicki Minaj got somebody in her corner. She got this black woman in her corner. She got these black supporters and making her feel some type of way. You know how Nicki went to MAGA and all of that. And it'll just show, oh, okay, you got the Tasha K cosign, so this would be good for the culture. Even a Nicki Minaj interview would be good for the culture on No Shade, not on Tasha. I would rather see, I'm not even going to say my name because I would love to interview her too, But if I had a choice between Armon Wiggins and Tasha K doing an interview, I would rather see an Armon Wiggins sit-down interview with Nicki. And I want to see Armon ask her the questions that the fans want to know. Not a PR type of interview where all these questions she has answered before, never before questions, like really get into the depths of Nicki, into her music, into the mess, into the drama. A good 2-hour interview. With Tasha, then after she do Armon, then she come on Tasha, and then she can even come on my show. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Nicki would do it because she can't control an Armon Wiggins interview. She can't control the Wiley show interview because even if I give her a set of questions and it's pre-approved, I'm still gonna go off script and ask her what I'm gonna ask her. It's just because I got to ask what the audience want to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a duty to the producers. The producers going to want the mess. They're going to want the mess. The producers are going to want the mess. It is what it is. And I'm keeping it all the way a stack. They're going to want the drama. They're going to want the mess. Now, Nicki, if you hear me, give Tasha K alone. Take that deal. Tasha K, you need to propose that. And when you propose that, it will work. Even with the people posting on her ex account is not giving them much traction. Facebook used to do really well with Tasha K. Her views is not the same on Facebook. Instagram, I don't know about Instagram because I was blocked. But judging by those platforms, she's not getting the same exact traffic that she was getting back in the past. I'm just saying. Those are my thoughts. And Tasha, once this debt is paid off, don't go out lying on a celebrity. If a celebrity send you a cease and desist to say, hey, take it down, take it down. Because you know the consequences of not honoring a cease and desist and you ignoring it, and then you take a risk going to trial and you lose. But I don't think Tasha K would be that crazy this time because she have good lawyers this time because she went against Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart is a multi-millionaire with deep pockets, deeper than Nicki Minaj pockets, and she won that because they tried to put out that she blackmailed Kevin Hart and she tried to blackmail the man. That was thrown out of court. So she did have legal reasons. So this new team she got, they ain't nothing to be played with. So she did learn her lesson. So overall, producers, what do y'all have to think in the chat? Let me know in the comments at it all. Do you agree?
So that was that. So we thank y'all so very much for tuning in to the show. Again, we do cover a lot of this stuff that you don't see in the live and everything. But the audience do. We did do our live on Friday. Was that Friday we did a live, or was that Thursday? And then we did a live. What was that? Sunday. We live on Sunday. Because we had a roommate, a former roommate, we brought him on the show and we did an exclusive interview with him. Now, if you want to call in or hit the link, if you want to call in, I'll give you a chance. If you want to say something, because I don't want people to think like, oh, you didn't do the call in. So I dropped the link, and then that is a call in. 972-674-9462 is the number. We would love to hear from you if you have something to say. And all that good stuff. Also, too, if you want to give us any topic suggestions, you can always text us at 773-641-8742, or you can text us at 972-674-9462. You can text us on that number as well. You can just send us some topic suggestions, and we will try to get into those topics. Okay? All right? Well, we thank you all for y'all support. We want to thank you to the subscribers. We want to thank you to the producers. Thank you all so very much. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the members. And we will see you on the next video. Peace.